Okay, so we've all been there, right? The cake is baked to perfection, it's cooled on the rack, and now you face the big one, the final decision that can make or break your dessert. We are talking, of course, about chocolate frosting. And today, it's the ultimate face-off.
You've done all the hard work. Your cake, your cupcakes, they're just waiting for that final touch. But what's it going to be? Are you going for that classic, light and fluffy topping? Or are you craving something rich, super dense, and fudgy? Well, that's the big question we're going to answer right now.
All right, first up in the ring, let's meet the reigning champion, the one you probably know and love, Team Buttercream, the classic contender.
So, what is buttercream really? Well, it all comes down to one key ingredient: butter. That's the main source of fat here. And it's what gives buttercream that classic, super creamy texture that just melts in your mouth.
And the ingredients? They're beautifully simple. You've got butter as the star, of course. Then you whip that with powdered sugar to get it sweet and stable, a little cocoa powder for that chocolate flavor, and a splash of milk and vanilla to bring it all together. Easy peasy.
And the result of all that whipping? You get this texture that is just unbelievably light and airy. Oh, so fluffy. And the taste, it isn't some super aggressive in-your-face chocolate. It's softer, you know? It's a more balanced flavor that's carried by that rich, buttery base. Think of it like a soft chocolate cloud. But hold on, there's a challenger ready to step up. It is time to meet Team Fudgy, the bold contender that offers a totally different experience.
Now, as you can probably guess, a butterless frosting just gets rid of the butter entirely. Instead, the fat, which you absolutely need for a good frosting, comes from other places, like oil, heavy cream, or even just from the chocolate itself.
So you see the big difference here, right? The butter is just gone. It's been replaced by things like oil or cream. And that one simple change sets the stage for a completely different kind of frosting.
And here is where it gets really interesting. Forget light and fluffy. This frosting is all about being dense and intense. It's way thicker, and it often has this beautiful, glossy shine. The flavor, it's a much stronger, bolder, straight-up chocolate hit. Really, the best word for it is fudgy.
Okay, we have met our contenders. Now it is time for the main event, the head-to-head showdown. We're going to put these two frostings to the test in situations that every single baker really cares about.
First up, the all-important decorating test. Let's say you want to put a beautiful swirl right on top of a cupcake. You get your piping bag all loaded up. So what happens next?
Well, the results are pretty clear. Team Buttercream takes this round hands down. Because butter is solid at room temperature, it gives the frosting the structure it needs to hold those beautiful, sharp swirls. The butterless frosting, though, since it's often made with liquid fats like oil, it just doesn't have that backbone, and it kind of just spreads out.
Okay, round two. And this one is a big deal, especially if you're baking for an outdoor party or you just live somewhere warm. What happens when things start to heat up?
A plot twist.
You see, the very thing that made buttercream so great for piping, that solid butter, is actually its biggest weakness in the heat. As things get warmer, the butter starts to soften and melt. But the butterless frosting, with its stable oil or cream base, it holds up way better, making it the clear winner for any kind of warm weather bake.
So let's just recap the whole showdown. If you want a fluffy, creamy texture and you need it to hold a pretty shape, butter is your champion for sure. But if you're looking for a really strong chocolate taste and something that can stand up to a little heat, the butterless option takes the crown. It really all comes down to what you need that frosting to do. Okay, now that we've seen them go head-to-head, let's talk about you and your kitchen. How do you choose your perfect frosting match? Let's make this super, super practical.
So, if presentation is everything, and you need those beautiful pipe decorations for a fancy layer cake or perfectly swirled cupcakes, you gotta reach for the butter frosting. It's a no-brainer. But on the other hand, if you're just frosting a simple sheet cake or a pan of brownies where you want a rich, delicious, spreadable layer of chocolatey goodness, the no butter option is perfect. It's also amazing as a drizzle or a simple glaze.
Ultimately, it all boils down to this one simple trade-off. Do you want that light, airy, pipeable texture of a fluffy buttercream, or are you craving that intense, rich, dense experience of a fudgy, butterless frosting? See, there's no wrong answer here, only the right choice for what you're baking today.
You know, maybe the best way to think about it is this. A butter frosting is like a soft chocolate cloud. It's light and dreamy.
And no butter frosting is like melted chocolate magic. It's rich and intense. So the only real question left is, which kind of magic are you in the mood for today?